Today, we're diving into a shocking revelation involving Hollywood icons Julia Roberts and Steven Spielberg. Julia has reignited a long-standing feud and dropped some alarming claims that suggest Spielberg could be the next major figure facing scrutiny from the FBI. What exactly did she reveal, and how does it connect to Spielberg's name surfacing in disturbing recent reports? Stick around as we break down all the details and uncover the deeper layers behind these headlines. If you're interested in more stories like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to stay updated. The long-standing tensions between Julia Roberts and Steven Spielberg are well known in Hollywood. Their feud dates back decades, originating from the time they worked together on the 1991 film Hook. Spielberg has been vocal about his frustrations with Roberts during the production, claiming she was unprofessional and difficult to direct. Roberts, on the other hand, has repeatedly defended herself, stating that she was going through personal turmoil at the time and that Spielberg failed to support her when she needed it most. This bitter dynamic has lasted for years, with both celebrities occasionally taking jabs at each other in interviews. But what brings this old feud back into the spotlight now? Recently, Julia Roberts made headlines with comments suggesting that Spielberg could be under FBI investigation, adding fuel to already rampant speculation. This isn't just about their old disagreements. Roberts' comments come at a time when other Hollywood figures are being scrutinized for their alleged connections to some very dark and troubling activities. The name Steven Spielberg recently surfaced in discussions about the infamous Jeffrey Epstein case. For those unfamiliar, Epstein was a convicted sex offender who allegedly operated a global trafficking network, exploiting vulnerable individuals for years. A list of names connected to Epstein, which surfaced during court proceedings, has sparked rumors and theories about who might have been involved with him. Some of these names include high-profile celebrities, politicians, and business people. And now some suggest that Spielberg's name is next in line for serious scrutiny. Julia Roberts has fueled these speculations by seemingly confirming that Spielberg's association with the scandal may be deeper than initially thought. In recent interviews, she hinted that more names would soon be exposed, and that Spielberg might be one of the major figures caught up in the investigations. These revelations come on the heels of other high-profile arrests, such as music mogul Sean Diddy Combs, adding credibility to the claims that authorities are tightening their grip on Hollywood's elite. The Epstein scandal and its fallout have shaken up Hollywood. The recent release of court documents included names of associates, victims, and individuals connected to Epstein. While the public was initially focused on figures like Prince Andrew and Bill Gates, other names started emerging, causing widespread speculation. Rumors quickly began circulating online about Spielberg's potential involvement. While some fans were shocked and in disbelief, others were not entirely surprised. In today's media landscape, where Hollywood scandals frequently make headlines, many believe no one is immune to scrutiny. Julia Roberts' latest comments have made waves precisely because of her past with Spielberg. Their relationship has been rocky since Hook, and their professional clash back then seems to have evolved into a deeper personal dislike. During the filming of Hook, Roberts was dealing with a highly publicized breakup with actor Kiefer Sutherland, and Spielberg's harsh remarks about her work ethic deeply affected her. Spielberg openly criticized Roberts in interviews, labeling her difficult, a term that stuck with her for years. Roberts, feeling betrayed by someone she trusted, publicly responded in interviews, expressing her disappointment with Spielberg's failure to defend her. The tension between the two grew, and despite decades passing, their mutual disdain never faded. Now, with Roberts' recent remarks about Spielberg possibly being under FBI investigation, this feud has reached a new level. Some are questioning whether her comments are rooted in personal animosity, or if she's revealing information she genuinely believes to be true. Adding to the speculation, an old transcript from a pre-production meeting of Indiana Jones surfaced recently, sparking concern among fans. During a conversation between Spielberg, George Lucas, and screenwriter Lawrence Kasdan, they brainstormed about Indiana Jones's love interest. The transcript revealed a disturbing discussion about a young female character, raising eyebrows due to the inappropriate nature of the dialogue. In the transcript, Lucas and Spielberg talked about a relationship between an older Indiana Jones and a much younger girl. Lucas even mentioned the character being as young as 11 or 12 years old when she first met Jones. While the conversation was supposedly a brainstorming session about character development, many found the dialogue unsettling. Spielberg's involvement in such discussions, given the broader context of Epstein-related rumors, has only intensified the scrutiny. Critics argue that while these conversations may have been part of a creative process, they reflect questionable attitudes toward age-inappropriate relationships that mirror troubling aspects of the Epstein scandal. The resurfacing of these documents adds another layer of suspicion to Spielberg's name. But this isn't the only time Spielberg has faced rumors of inappropriate behavior. Some reports have suggested that Spielberg had a close and questionable relationship with young actress Ariana Richards, who played Lex in Jurassic Park. According to sources, Spielberg allegedly put Richards in uncomfortable situations, though she has never publicly confirmed these claims. Fans have noted that Richards eventually left Hollywood, choosing a career in painting over acting, possibly due to the negative experiences she encountered during her time in the industry. While these are unconfirmed allegations, they add to the growing cloud of suspicion around Spielberg. In an industry where several prominent figures have already been exposed for their involvement in abusive or exploitative behavior, these claims cannot be easily dismissed. Hollywood's history is littered with stories of powerful men taking advantage of vulnerable young actors, and the idea that more names will emerge in connection to the Epstein scandal is not far-fetched. Many recall the case of Roman Polanski, a director convicted of drugging and assaulting a 13-year-old girl. Polanski fled the U.S. to avoid his sentence, and despite his criminal history, many Hollywood figures, including Spielberg, maintained professional relationships with him. Spielberg's close ties to Polanski have raised further questions, especially given the current environment of accountability sweeping through the industry. Polanski's case highlighted how, for years, powerful individuals in Hollywood were able to escape justice, shielded by their influence and connections. But with the rise of movements like #MeToo, this culture of silence is starting to break down. Figures like Harvey Weinstein have been held accountable, and many believe that more names are set to fall. Spielberg, given his position as one of the most successful and powerful directors in Hollywood, is now facing heightened scrutiny, particularly in the wake of Julia Roberts' comments. Despite the seriousness of these allegations, Spielberg has not been officially linked to any criminal activity. As of now, there are no formal charges against him, and much of the speculation remains just that: speculation. However, the resurfacing of disturbing conversations, old transcripts, and the murky connections to individuals like Polanski and Epstein suggest that Hollywood's golden image may have a much darker underbelly. Julia Roberts' statements have certainly reignited interest in these ongoing investigations. Whether Spielberg will actually face any legal consequences remains to be seen. But the fact that such high-profile names are now being discussed in connection to these scandals marks a significant shift in Hollywood. The industry, once untouchable, is no longer immune to the consequences of past actions. As investigations into figures connected to Epstein continue, it's likely that more shocking revelations will surface. Julia Roberts' remarks may have only scratched the surface of a much larger issue within Hollywood, where power, privilege, and exploitation have been allowed to fester unchecked for too long. Whether Spielberg will be the next to fall remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: the era of accountability has arrived in Hollywood. If you found this story insightful, be sure to like the video and share your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Spielberg could be next on the FBI's radar? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more in-depth stories and updates on the biggest headlines in entertainment. See you in the next video.